Hello and welcome back to yet another video from MattyDTube, and in today's video it will be a different topic as usual, but not a different setting. It will be a calm setting for you to enjoy and learn. And in today's video, as you can pretty much already see by the title, will be about how we act when we act. I could talk a lot about this now, but this is just the start, and let me actually explain it properly, thoroughly, and so that you can understand. Now, let's get into this video. Yeah, roll the intro. So how we act when we act, how we act can literally be it can vary amongst people depending on the person. How we act is completely different. When we act can also be different. Let's take, for example, okay, random name, Bob and Jimmy. So that's such white people's names. I let me change the names. Hope and Karma. Yeah, names. For example, those are two people. Now, one of them acts. Okay, one of them is a stereotypical horror movie white person. When they see I don't know, for example, let's say an animatronic bear. I'm really bringing the Friday Nights at Freddy reference into this channel. Anyways, once they see something like an animatronic bear, let's say Hope stands still and is glued. That's how they act when they act. This is pretty basic stuff, but let's go to Karma. Now, Karma, when he sees an animatronic bear, he thinks of two things to do. Two things racing in his mind: rather run or fight back, which are two pretty valid options, to be honest. He chooses to run. How he acts when he acts. That's basically the premise of this video. It can vary depending on the person. One can get themselves killed, the other can get themselves killed in the situation too. But in the end, it might come down to the same conclusion, or depending on what you do, there can be different outcomes. That's just the basics. Now, there are many situations, and I'll just be talking about 4, since it's mostly 4 points that I do in every video with a conclusion right at the end afterwards. So let me start with the first scenario. I'll say the reason why I brought Bob. Did I just say Bob? The reason why I brought Karma and Hope, two fictional characters that, to be honest, I don't know, and it's not like they're people that I know. They're just random names that I thought of, and these are just two completely random, different, for the sake of this video, personality. First scenario. In front of friends. How you can act can vary. In front of friends, it could be that you're yourself. Again, let's take 2 scenarios. How I'm going to fit this in might be a little bit creative and completely different from what I do in any of my other videos, because I'm going to have to be bringing in 2 random people that I'm just making up right now. So this is going to be kind of hard. Anyways, how you can act in front of your friends could be rather you're yourself and nothing changes about you. And the influence, I have talked about influence in a couple of videos. One may be suggested above me. Hopefully you give that little check after you watch this video. That will really be appreciated, and I hope you enjoy that one too. Now, influence. The person, let's say Bob or Hope, can be influenced by their friends. Forget those 2 for now. For example, a person could be influenced by their friends and can act completely differently in front of them than in any other scenario or situation. Now, or that can be if the influence of their friends are big. Now, let's say, for example, peer pressure or something like that. And that's just for an example. Or they can act themselves and not be influenced or pressured in any sort of way and stick to their own morals and, I was about to say intentions, but that's not really the right word I'm looking for. They stick to not themselves, their own morals, and they be themselves for the entirety of their friendship. Now, it can legitimately vary. Let me give you a scenario. Let's play this out throughout the livelihood of what could and may happen if Karma and Hope, two completely different people, are in the situation. I'll be giving them one a different personality to the other. This is like a flipping psychological test of some sorts. like I'm running some It's like I'm running some sort of a test. I'm taking these two people as subject. Again, completely random. Don't know these people. If your name is Hope or Karma and you're watching this, hi. And if anything in this video describes you perfectly, I probably don't know you. That's what I'm saying. Anyways, let's say Karma. Let me switch it up a little. Karma, he's more influenced by his friends and does what they do. He is easily subjugated, should I say? He can easily twist and change his views, perspectives, and is easily thwarted down a completely different path to what he himself chose by other people. And now let me run a scenario through. Each thing, whether it be stupid, dumb, or what they say, or smart even, or great, and that could help humanity, depending on the friends. This can legitimately vary depending on the friends. I'm gonna be nice to little Karma, yeah. I'm gonna give him good friends. His friends, whatever they do, if he's influenced and if he chooses to act a specific way around them, this will change. This will be interesting slightly in the next one, which I don't want to spoil. You know what? Let me just skip it. Second point will be how they act alone. This will give him a dual personality of a sort, if you understand what I'm trying to say. If he acts one way in front of his friends and is completely subjugated and influenced completely by them, doing whatever they say and being like a sheep, basically like a sheep. Sheep and the friends are the shepherd. This is a plural. Shepherds. And let's say that's, for example, it's normally one shepherd and many sheep. But in this case, in this scenario, this situation, let's say there are many shepherds influencing or carrying around a sheep that loses his way. Let's just give it that sort of scenario. Basically, if you act like this in front of your friends, you can be instead of me taking you through Karma's entire life acting like this in front of his friends, it could either be he goes to jail or he is not praised. But if you do everything, this is kind of hard to do because I've never really experienced being like thrown around like a sheep or like a ragdoll or something like that, or being. I mean, personally, I stick to not myself, but I don't personally stick to myself, but if I have friends and they have completely different ideals or morals to me, sure, we can still be friends, but it's not like I'm going to be thwarted in that direction. Like, oh, let me do this, with them. If I don't think it's right, then I won't do it. But let's say Karma is not like that. Let's say Hope is like that, though. If this, you can probably see where I'm going with this. Hope can stand her ground, stick her ground, and move forward in her own direction, being her own person and not being her friends. I mean, it won't just be a carbon copy, a bootleg version, or a fake of her friends, which is basically what I just described as Karma to be. If acts in such a way, which is one scenario in front of his friends, this will be interesting if we take Karma and how he acts alone. This will give him a dual twist personality where he acts one way. Let's say his friends are all I said I'm gonna be nice to Karma. His friends are all I don't want to use bad, they're all smart. They all study. I can't see this happening. They're all smart. They all study, and they enjoy the niceties of life. Just going out for a walk in the park, some nature, badminton. It's hard to explain and describe this because this is not something I normally see. But let's take that as an example. And if when he's alone, he could be a completely different person. But I want to use a YouTuber as an example, but again, at the same time, I don't. Again, there's some things I never thought I'll ever do in this channel, but I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna take Morgs as an example. Ooh. that hurts myself. I'm mentally, I'm emotionally hurting myself. I'm gonna use Morgs as an example. He specifically stated, and he stated in one of his videos, one of his videos, the way he said he's gonna change or something like that. I don't think it happened, but okay, I'm not gonna say it. Anyways, I didn't say anything. Anyways, he stated that in front of the camera he was a completely different nuisance, or like not nuisance. He was a completely different person and was more or less a nuisance, I'll say. On camera, just screaming in front of the camera, basically. I wonder how you do that. Imagine. Anyways, enough imagining. He said he was a completely different person in front of the camera and in person. In person, he mocked himself, seeing himself on camera, and in camera, he was just not using his brain or just acting like a child, shall I say. So let's take that sort of situation and apply it to karma. He could be a completely different person and just it can affect him mentally, and he'll be quite unstable. So how you act it can when you act, it can determine a lot of things. Let's say how I'm acting in front of the camera right now, it can determine how you view me, or how your experience with one person, it can determine how you view that person or that person's family or group of friends. If one person acts like that, then let's say their friends are going to be like that. Or you're basically putting an image on that person's friends as well. Now let me give Hope a little bit of light, just put her in spotlight. I Hope when she's alone, she actually, there's really no explanation for this. It's the exact same. If you act one way in front of your friends and another way in front when you're alone, then you'll split yourself into different sections, and it will be tiring and stressful for you to have a dual personality in front of different people, and you can mess that up one day, and then you're gonna have to expose your true self and just be yourself. Be true to yourself. Because if you act a certain way in a certain situation or in front of a certain group of people, then that can take a toll on you mentally. But if you stick true to yourself, like Hope is in this scenario / situation, not much problems. Obviously, there's the problems of life, but apart from that, not much. You're not adding an extra problem to an already half problematic life. You get me? Third point. Oh my goodness, this video is long. Strangers. I was actually going to do a different one because I was writing this not really in a rush. I was writing my plan for this video, not in a rush, but just in a okay, these are different people, okay, I can put alone, I can put with family, I can put with friends, and I need 4 points. How about a girl? No, I'm not going to be doing that because that's going to be rather hard to talk about. So I'm going to be talking about how you act in front of strangers. I'm going to put karma and Hope into this. I don't, again, I'm not going off anything. This is just at the top of my head right now. So, if you don't like these two people, it's not my problem. They're not even, these two, how I'm explaining them, they're not necessarily even real. Unless there's actually a person called Karma and a person called Hope who's like this. You probably know where I'm taking one of the names from though. And I'm just completely thwarting his personality. Picture of Karma and a random picture of a girl will be here, and this person will be Hope and this person will be Karma. Now you've seen them and you've met them to an extent. I like to talk about how they are in public, basically, in front of strangers. Now, okay, this is gonna be really hard to get a read on. Judging on Karma's personality at the moment, where he has a dual personality, you'll definitely have more of a calm demeanor, because when you're alone, you're your true self. Alright, when you're in the bathroom, you're your true self. When you dream, you're your true self. When you're home alone, yeah, we don't talk about that. When you're home alone, okay, we're lazy when we're home alone, but that's besides the point. When Karma, how I picture Karma right now and how I'm describing him, how I feel like he's going to be in public, is more like if someone barges him, he probably because he'll have a switch dual personality, and in his mind he might say something being under the influence of his friends, or if he's in front of his friends. Let's take two scenarios for this. If he's in public with his friends, he'll definitely do something if someone barges into him. But if he's in public alone, I feel like due to his mixed personality, he won't say anything and just let it be. Due to being I'm going to view karma as a coin having two sides and a middle. His balanced side, right in the middle, is where he is he's calm, kind, nice, and again smack in the middle. He can snap when needed. Flip sides can be top, where he acts with his friends, which can come out, but let's say around people that he is used to, and another side of the coin where he acts when he's in public, I'll say. But let me change Karma's personality just a tiny bit. Yeah, if it's a flip coin, then it's gonna have to be opposites, most likely, heads and tails. You feel me? So let's take Hope when she's acting in public, or how she acts in public. With a friend, it's pretty simple. Let's take the same scenario where someone barges into her. With a friend, even when she's with friends, she'll say something. Even when she's not with friends, she'll say something. It's really that simple. To put a full stop to it. If you act with these two, they're like opposite different lives. And how one person acted from the beginning, being subjugated and influenced more by his friends, now has this mixed dual personality that's quite hard to explain. But with Hope, again, slightly hard to explain, but it's just how that person is, how she is. Choosing to act and stick to her morals and ideals and not being influenced has shaped her into a more strong-willed woman or girl or teenager or something, because I've not determined any of the ages. Fourth, right? Fourth, third, fourth, fifth, fourth, 5, 4, 3, yeah, 4. Fourth, you thought I was 1/5. Family. I have not even made a family dynamic of these people. I just made the two people, made up random names, and gave them scenarios, and gave them two completely different personalities. Giving them a family is going to be kind of hard, you know. Okay, I'm gonna have to rack my brain a little bit for this. Alright, let's give Hope a stereotypical family with mother, father, brother, sister, and little baby sister. Okay, a pretty stereotypical family. No, a more stereotypical family would be take out the baby and make either the brother or the sister a baby due to like middle, oldest, and youngest child. But yet again, that is besides the point. Let's just give it like a stereotypical family, however you may see that, whether it be brother, sister, her and her brother, and two parents, or one parent, or two parents. However you may see it as stereotypical family, let's just give her such a thing. How she acts, I think she'll be really, really comfortable around her family. Now, due to how Hope acts in the certain situations that I've just given her, alone, friends, and in public, aka around strangers, and I've given her one scenario where someone barges into her, I think she'll be really comfortable and chill around her family and not act that much different, just a lot kinder and more calm and collective and compassionate when a little brother or a little sister, again, however you may see a stereotypical family, playfully punches her. I don't think she'll be the type. I mean, due to her fixed personality not being all over the place, it would definitely be a more steadfast reaction to what happens, not being influenced by her friends and how she thinks they may react. Let's move over to Karma. Let's give him a non-stereotypical family. Again, like a legitimately. I keep on saying legitimately today. Something wrong with my speech today. We're gonna pretend I never did what I just did now. Alright, so let's give Karma a family. I don't want to bring myself into this. Again, none of these personalities are really based off me. I'll say I'm a smack in the middle. I'm not really influenced by my friends, but if I see that they have a value, because when I talk, you might think I'm talking about my own experience and like, oh no, but no, I just wanted to explain this. If I feel like my friends have a valid reasoning or something, I'll think about it. I'll reason it out, and I'll say, you know what? this person's right, my friend's right. If I don't think they're not, nah, go away. Not go away, don't be my friend, but more like I don't want to adopt this sort of thing. Leave me be, vagabond, be gone, something like that, you know? But I don't want to, not completely like cornered by people around me and their own morals, because I'm still myself and I'm not a carbon copy of other people. I am talking in such big words right now. Why? This is what happens when you read books, folks. So, read. Okay. Okay. Let me just put that away. Anyways, back to the video. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, how I feel like Karma will act in front of his family. It will be mixed and dual, maybe quiet and calm, but not exposed. I mean, his true self is gone at this point. There is no Karma anymore. However Karma used to be is not Karma anymore. Because of his mixed dual personality, it's gone. It's gone. It's gone. Look, it's, all jokes aside, I think it's, personally, with how his day-to-day life, if this is how he is, and how I've legitimately created him in my thoughts right now, I feel like his personality will be gone. There'll be no such thing as Karma. It'll just be a carbon copy of other people. That's just how I feel like it's gonna be. In conclusion, why? Okay, this is like some psychological thing that we should be learning in PCHE from experts, not necessarily what I should be thinking about right now. But I touch on big topics, and that's what I like to do. One serious topic each week, and you're set to go on challenging your PSHE teacher. Wee! If you do such a thing, it'll be a pretty long argument. Anyways, before this video reaches 30 minutes, that will be my longest video. Before it does such a thing, let me conclude it with why. Why did these two people behave like this? Well, it can't be from how they raised at home. I think it all started when one of them decided to act how they want to act when they acted. From other people's influence, Karma decided to be engulfed by it. From other people's influence, Hope decided to adopt necessarily. That's just my first chillax. Hope decided to adopt necessary attributes to her personality. I personally feel like if you were to be one, let me just give this question out. If you were to be one of the other, or if you were to describe yourself as one or the other, which one would you describe yourself to be? Please put that in the comments. I'll be interested to read them, and I'll probably make a video. Not about you specifically, but just a video. No, but in all seriousness, I'll try and touch on that as much or as best as I possibly can. This video hurt my brain, so I'm going to skedaddle and eat some Oreos. Hope you enjoyed this video and hope you've learned something. If you have, please tell me. I'll really be interested. And I'll probably put a poll up for anything that you would like to see. Please vote. I'll really appreciate that. Just for you, just to get thoughts on like what you lot are interested in. You know, you're my fans. I just want to not really please you, because again, you can't please everybody. But I just want to see what you're interested in. Maybe I'll do more of those if I'm equally as interested as what you're interested in. So I guess I'll see you in the next video. This has been quite a long video, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace. What did I just do?
Know that they ride or die. I keep boys by my side. Know that they ride or die. I keep boys by my side.
Day we hustle, but the night we
Know that they ride or die.